Hello everyone, Tmmgamer, and today I have the pleasure of bringing you another one of my Fantasy League update videos. Now, as always, the best place to start is with my team from last week. And as you can see, I had a little bit of a mediocre week, unfortunately. It would have been a little bit better as long as Waz hadn't got sent off, but what are you going to do? So let's run through. Hugo Lloris in goal, 1-1 draw with Arsenal. Made a lot of saves, to be fair to him. That's got me an extra point, but no clean sheet, and that's what you really need from your goalkeeper. That 4-point regular clean sheet bonus. Lloris has been very, very good for me so far this season. He's got a lot of points for me, but unfortunately, North London derby, anything can happen. A 1-1 draw. You know, I suppose I could be grateful it wasn't a 4-all draw. I would have had a few less points then, but not the end of the world. 3 points there. But as you can see, throughout the entire of my team, there's so many players on low points. Nobody really stepped up apart from Diego Costa. You know, Costa scored again in the 3-0 win over Aston Villa. I made him my captain, so it got me a nice juicy 12 points, and it was a good choice for captain because he was my top point scorer in the team in the week. Few notable 3-pointers here and there. Henderson, Sigurdsson, and Adam Johnson all picked up 3 points. Henderson had a bonus point. Johnson and Sigurdsson benefited from their team keeping a clean sheet, so had the 1 bonus point for midfielders having a clean sheet, so it's not too bad. But then everybody else, Sanchez and Wilshere, only 1 point each. Sanchez only played a couple of minutes actually. Wayne Rooney only 2 points. He did score, but then he got himself sent off stupidly, so that's only 2 points to me. At least I didn't lose points from Wayne Rooney, and that is very, very possible if you have a red card. And everybody else, Fonte, Company, Baines, only 5 points between them at the back. So overall, 33 points. But as you can see, the average across everybody was only 38. So that's a very, very low average normally. Like the week before, I think it was 50-something. So that's a big, big drop. And I would have been over that average if Wayne Rooney hadn't got himself stupidly sent off. Because he almost certainly would have got a bonus point, and the -4 wouldn't have happened. So that would have been enough points to sneak me above the average. So it was one of those times. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of reliance on my midfielders. If they start to score goals, then I have a really good week. None of my back four kept a clean sheet, so that's a lot of points I missed out there. It was just one of those weeks. Nobody played terribly, but nobody had a shining week to get me a lot of points. So 33 points, not the end of the world, I suppose. If you have a look at what that does for the league standings, Simon Woodhall with his Ginger Boys, they're still top. Guys, this has got to be the aim now. We've got to chase Simon down. He can't just run away with this. We've got a few people within striking distance still, but he's definitely opened up a little bit of a gap at the top. So we need a few guys in the top 10 to begin to claw him down. If you just run through the week here, you can see just how low scoring it is. You know, you've got a couple of 50s floating around, a few 20s here and there, you've quite a few 30s, so you can just see how low scoring it was. One guy bucked the trend with the highest score in the league, 53 points, World 11 FC. Now, this guy is actually just started the league. I think it was his very, very first week in the league. So, as long as this actually loads, and it probably won't because it is getting close to half 11, which is when the final cut-off point is for making your changes. So the site just tend to chug a little in this time as everybody rushes in the morning to check their fantasy league team. But I will try and get it to the last page to show you his name because I have forgotten it. Come on, the website, work. Go on, loads. It's thinking about it. Yeah, it really just chugged ferociously in the last 15 minutes. Come on now, come on. Does it show you his name here? Ashley Brooks, there it is. I didn't realise that. I've learned something new there. But yeah, Ashley Brooks with his quite jazzy purple and red and blue kit, which would certainly be an insult to the eyes if anyone actually wore that in real life. But he picks up 53 points with a little bit of an unusual team here. There's got quite a few regulars. You know, everybody's got Diego Costa, Di Maria. Eric Dier has been a popular signing after he scored all those goals early on in the season, and Raheem Sterling you'll see in quite a few teams. But you know, players like Ryan Bertrand, John Terry. John Terry doesn't get picked up that much because he's not really a goal scorer, and he never really contributes in the attacking third. You know, Gary Cahill scores a lot more goals, I think, from corners than John Terry does. And obviously, if you pick somebody like Ashbilla-Quetta, who'll get forward and possibly have a couple of assists as well as the clean sheet, you know, that's sort of the style of defender you often see. But Ryan Bertrand picking up 9 points, obviously scored a goal in Southampton's win, picked up a bonus point and got the 2 points in the 90 minutes, giving you 9 points there straight away. Asmir Begovic in goal with a clean sheet, Stoke haven't been playing fantastically this season, but Newcastle certainly have been playing worse. So picking Begovic up for a clean sheet bonus is not the end of the world. Graziano Pérez continuing with his fantastic start to the season. 3 bonus points and a goal scored, as well as the 90 minutes for another nice juicy 9 points. Diego Costa we've talked about already in my team, and then you've got a couple of chip-ins here and there from Dier, Routledge, Di Maria, Cork and Sissoko to round up to quite a respectable 53 points. Well short of the 93 points, which was the highest in the world this week, which is an astonishingly high score when you consider the average was 38, which is a very, very low average, incredibly low indeed. Come on, load. It's really struggling, isn't it, this? But here we go. It's loading the team of the week. It's thinking about loading the team of the week. There we go. Vito Mannoni in goal. This is what I mean. You get teams like this with very heavily weighted to 1 or 2 sides. So one week they'll be fantastic, and then the week after they will just have an absolute shocker. But fair play to that lad. He's playing a very, very interesting 5-2-3 formation with Dzeko on the right wing and Berahino through the middle. But hey, 26 points from Edin Dzeko, 2 goals, 3 bonus points, and the 2 points for 90 minutes. Doubled, of course, by the captaincy bonus. Saido with another good week, 2 goals, 2 bonus points, and 2 for the 90 minutes. Then you got David Silva in midfield picking up 2 assists. Fabregas, bit of a quiet week, but again you see Cesar Azpilicueta, bonus points, clean sheet, assists, minutes played, and this is why fullbacks are generally better to buy than centre backs because they do contribute to the attack a lot more. Same with Pablo Zabaleta, although a little bit cautious with picking up Zabaleta because he was the most booked defender in the league last season, so that's a lot of -1 points you're going to be picking up over the course of the season. You know, Phil Jagielka with just quite simply unbelievable effort. If you would have told me Phil Jagielka would score a 25-yard half volley with the outside of his foot into the top corner in the Liverpool derby at the start of the season, I would have said, I think you need a white jacket, sunshine. But again, 10 points. You know, you can't complain with 10 points. Vito in goal. And Ward from Crystal Palace picking up some nice little clean sheet bonus, keeping a clean sheet against unformed Leicester. No mean feat at this stage of the season, considering they did stick 5 past Manchester United. So to keep a clean sheet, not too shabby there. So that's 93 points, and this was the highest in the world by Beef the Cabbage 5-1, Scott Baird. Congratulations, Scott. But now that all the points are out of the way, let's talk about my team for the upcoming week. Now, I've had to make one force change. Obviously, Wayne Rooney got sent off, and I've decided to go for Jamie Vardy. Now, I was debating going for Sergio Aguero. Sergio Aguero, obviously playing against Aston Villa today. He has scored more goals against Aston Villa than any other Premier League team, which is a staggering stat and very unfortunate from an Aston Villa fan's point of view. But it was a little bit too much money. I would have had to rotate a bit more, and I didn't want to blow my savings on him. Probably going to get Rooney back after his suspension. So I wanted somebody cheap and cheerful, and I went for Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy had a fantastic game against Manchester United a few weeks back. He's been one of the real bright sparks in Leicester City's great start to the season. I picked up 8 points already, sitting comfortably mid-table actually. It's not a bad position for Leicester to be at all. And they're playing a Burnley team yet to register a win, who conceded 4 goals versus quite an average West Brom side last week. It's a lot of goals conceded, so I thought it was a reasonable signing. I've still got Bojan sitting on the bench playing away to Sunderland. He hasn't exactly set the world alight. I am debating getting rid of him next week, but he's relatively cheap. I'm not really going to replace him for anybody fantastic. But what I'm going to think of doing is if Vardy continues to have a great season, I'm actually going to get rid of Bojan and replace him with Rooney and keep Vardy as my third choice striker. So that's the only change I've made. As for that, starting lineup is pretty much identical. I've made Sanchez vice-captain and Diego Costa captain because Costa is just on form at the moment. He is the on-form striker in the league. You don't want to risk getting him out and him having a massive week and you're missing out on points. And the back three stays the same. Midfield stays the same. Not really in a desperate need to change my team. I'm quite happy with where my team is. It's had a few big weeks. The only really shocking weeks I've had is when I forgot to set my team and I've left an injured Debussy in the side, and the first week when I just forgot to set my captain. And I can't even remember who selected as my captain. I think it was Bojan in the end who had a dreadful week. So overall, I'm quite happy. I'm 41st in the league, which isn't too bad considering how bad a start I had. So fingers crossed I can get up there, challenge for the lead. That's what I want to do. Scott, I'm coming for you. It is Scott, isn't it? I haven't just called out this random dude. I think it's Scott. The website will take so long. It's Scott Baird. I'm going to chase you down. You're the best player in the world last week. I'm going to beat you this week, definitely. But once again, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Really hope you've enjoyed it. As always, if you haven't joined the league yet, it's not too late. There's still plenty of time to go. I will put the league code in the description of this video again. Probably going to upload this after I get back from work, unfortunately, so it will be an evening upload. I've got a lot of stuff I've got to get cracking on, and I haven't edited this video yet. So get this up Saturday evening. The league code will be in there, so you'll be in time for next week. 100 million to spend on your squad of players, completely free to join. And if you haven't heard, the winner of this league, I will be giving a Steam voucher, I think it will be. So the winner will get himself a nice little voucher, or herself a nice little voucher to spend on some games. So once again, thank you so much for watching. And as always, have a great day.